Protandim decreased T-bars by 40% in humans who didn't have a particular disease. They were just getting older. It looked at young and old. Protandim decreased this pro-fibrotic factor by 57%. Right? This is not new either. This was done in the Virginia Commonwealth University study published last November, the one David mentioned in the journal Circulation. And virtually the same kind of result. Protandim reduced this pro-fibrotic factor by 57%. Here's an enzyme I hadn't talked to you much about, but we actually measured it after that first human trial was published because we still had the samples. There's an important protective anti-atherosclerosis enzyme in your plasma, abbreviated PON1, and it's associated with the good form of cholesterol, and it prevents the oxidation of the bad form of cholesterol, which promotes plaque buildup in the arteries. And here is an example. This is not by gene regulation. It's actually by preventing the inactivation of PON1 by lipid peroxidation products related to T-bars. So T-bars is a bad thing. One of the bad things it can do is inactivate good essential enzymes. So the PON1 in these untreated animals is lower than it should be. When they're treated with Protandim, that inactivation is prevented, the PON1 levels rise, and now you have the adequate amount of protection by PON1. Is PON1 important? This is a paper that says low paraoxinase, PON1, predicts cardiovascular events in a study conducted of patients at risk for heart disease. So yes, and I've shown you a similar paper before showing that T-bars elevation also predicts cardiovascular events. This is a compilation of measurements of PON1 in a number of diseases, and I'm not going to read them all to you, but you can see the first one after the normals, which has a level of normalized here of 100%, is the metabolic syndrome, and followed by diseases like autism, type 2 diabetes, a whole bunch of things you can read there. And at the very opposite end of the spectrum is the normal people in our first human study who were treated with Protandim. And you can see that their PON1 is significantly elevated above the normal level and way above the level seen in these diseases. In summary, this study confirmed things you already know. Protandim decreases T-bars. Protandim decreased osteopontin, a pro-fibrotic marker. Protandim increased this new enzyme I'm talking about, paraoxinase 1, PON1, a protective anti-atherosclerosis enzyme. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you learned something.